Welcome back, all our 40k fanatics out there. I'm DJ.
And I'm Lane.
And we are here at Tim's Nation bringing another Warhammer 40k battle report. Last Thursday, we asked what armies you guys would like to see us play. Some matchups, help us build that narrative. And we got a couple suggestions. But Lane and I discussed it, and a lot of the things you guys wanted to see we've played recently. So we kind of decided to break it up a little bit and take time with two armies that we haven't really brought very much of, with some drastic changes to what we were using before, whether it was data slates or recent additions of miniatures.
I got third place in an RTT, guys, and I got a little bit of store credit, and I bought a Rogel Dorn for my Imperial Guard. So I now have a Rogel Dorn.
So that kind of changes the dynamic of your list a lot. Like, we'll just all around you have more firepower.
Yeah, a little bit. He's a little bit better than Lehman Russ. He's only 30 points more than a Lehman Russ tank commander, and he's just more higher toughness, higher wounds, and more damage output. So he's just a more efficient model. For
me, Lane was courteous enough to happen to find some Castle and Robots in his stash of random models that just appeared out of nowhere.
And he's like, hey, random models.
He's like, hey, you have plenty of Castle and Robots. I was like, well, I could use two more if I ever wanted to run 12. The next day he shows up and he's like, here's two more robots. I don't have the bases, but here's the robots. So I'm running 12 Castle and Robots. And I got them built. I have the bases, and I have 12 Castle and Robots, so I'm going to run them. Big reason, Mech got some changes with the chapter-approved balanced data slates, and want to see if it matters. It very minor, very unimaginative data slate. So the robots never had Doctrina. So you were never able to get your army special rule for them, unless you played Cybernetic Cohort. Now the robots have Doctrina, which means the Cybernetic Cohort's detachment rule is useless. So they changed that. +2 move, +1 OC. On paper, that's kind of boring. Like, it's really just minor on paper. But when you suddenly start talking about robots having an 8-inch move, or a robot squad with 4 twin-linked fists that has an 8-inch move, for 1 CP now has an 11-inch move, and +1 charge, that changes some of the thoughts with some of these things. And the +1 OC is nice too.
It all adds up.
So I'm definitely interested to try that out. And so I'm going to make sure I can try it out from all avenues and take 12 Castle and Robots.
I mean, if you can take 12, you should take 12. You have the maximum number.
Exactly. So before we introduce the list, though, one of the things that Lane and I discussed before this, during this game, we are not going to be doing fixed secondaries. There's a very good chance that we could do fixed secondaries, especially with you having so much vehicles. I could probably cleanse, and that might be something we would do competitively, but that's not traditionally what happens. I'd say 9 times out of 10, unless your army is really, like Tyranids are really built to do fixed secondaries, it's very, very rare and few and far between that you're just going, oh, I'm going to do fixed secondaries into this matchup. You look at
Yeah, no, I mean, with both of these, we're just trying some things out. And in both cases, I obviously give up Bring It Down with all my tanks, all my vehicles. And you obviously give up Bring It Down with big units of robots because they are 6 points for Bring It Down for the unit of robots. And it's not like you can hide them. You have to bring them out.
They're my army. They are my army.
You have a bunch of characters too. So for funsies, we're not going to take fixed, even though both of us could choose them. So we're just both going to do tactical because that's what we're testing. When testing an army, if you're playing against an opponent where you could run fixed, you probably want to test tactical to see if the army is viable without running a kill-based secondary.
Right. And for this, we're kind of like I was making a joke. We're testing for the testing phase. So we're running overabundance into stuff because we want to make sure that we get a full, good idea of what these things could do, and then go back and trim things and shave points and try and get other things in there. So these lists, mine at least, is very skewed because, well, 360 point units plus a bunch of characters.
That's a lot, yeah.
All right, that's enough about that. Let's go inside and look at these armies, what we're going to be playing. Lane, show us the guard.
All right, here are the Imperial Guard, and they shall not be known by any other name, only Imperial Guard. Now, if you want to know more about the data sheets, the enhancements, the detachments, the stratagems, and how we plan to use everything, please check out our individual army list videos. But for now, here is a quick rundown. This is exactly 2,000 points of Imperial Guard in the Hammer of the Emperor detachment. We do have a Lehman Russ tank commander. He's got the Demolisher battle cannon on him. We do have the Rogel Dorn tank commander with the oppressor cannon and the pulverizer cannon. And of course, we've got Gaunt's Ghosts. For battle line, I do have one squad of Cadian shock troops that's being played by some old school Armageddon Steel Legion models today. And we do have a squad of Catachan jungle fighters as well. Also old school metal models. We do have two Chimeras, one of which will have heavy flamers on it that'll be transporting the Catachans, and we do have one with heavy bolters that's going to be transporting some Ogren. Then we've got one Hellhound, of course, heavy bolter on him so he can reach out and tag something to take away cover. We've got one Leman Russ Exterminator. We've got two 3-mans of Ogren. We've got two Scout Sentinels. And I have 3 Leman Russ battle tanks, all of them equipped with las cannons on the front and multi-meltas on the side. DJ, what are you bringing?
All right, so here's my Adeptus Mechanicus of the Cybernetic cohort. So like I said, there's going to be 12 robots. We're going to talk about those more in a second. Everything else, we have 3 squads of Rangers with all the fixings, including Transuranic Arquebus.
Transuranic Arquebus?
That's right, Transuranic Arquebus. Just for Lane, I'm going to make sure I say that gun. And we have 2 Taraxi, 5-mans, flamers, 2 of the Sicarian Infiltrators, 1 Dragoon, 1 solo Dragoon model, and then we have our big boys, the 3 4-mans of Castle and Robots, 12 robots entirely. So for this squad, 2 of the squads have, and what I'm forever going to refer to as just hand cannons. They have double hand cannon and a shoulder blaster, no flamer. 1 has a hand cannon, fist, and shoulder blaster. That's 2 of the squads. Then you have 1 that has the shoulder blaster and the big, beautiful twin-linked power fist. 4 robots with that. Now, each one of these is going to be led by a data smith. The 4 fist robots has the one that zeroes out a damage roll, can put it to 0. But all 3 squads are also going to have a engine seer going with them, because once you blow up a vehicle, he gets angry.
He does get angry.
He also gives a feel no pain, which is a different aspect. Now, 2 things I'll say so we can get over into the game. Number 1, talking about fixed secondaries, an interesting point because of the new fixed secondaries, this actually comes up. I'm running 6 characters. But if Lane were to pick Assassinate,
they're teeny tiny characters.
That's only 18 points. I do give up 20 points for Bring It Down because I took the Dragoon.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try out solo Dragoon models, some of the stratagems that I have access to, and some of the abilities just for vehicles inherently. Even that single Dragoon can really utilize that well. He's fast, keep him to the outside, advance and charge, and things like you've used in the past with like Assault Intercessors, he can clear those out really, really quickly. Small things like that. The big focus for this army is going to be seeing if the guns and the hand cannons, I have a big theory about it. I'm not going to talk about it now. But I feel like if I change the way I play the robots that shoot, I can handle vehicles and stuff utilizing the twin link factor. Lane, you got a bunch of vehicles. Mm-hmm. I will have that answer in the post game, and we'll talk more about that there and see if gun bots are a thing. We know the fist bots work. We're going to see if gun bots can do anything. That's going to be a big test. Lane, how about you? There's what is, other than Rogel Dorn, seeing that big beauty in action.
It seems like you put a lot of thought into your list, and I just want big tank scope room. So we're in the Hammer of the Emperor. We're going to be auto-advancing 6, using some strats here. I don't know, guys. I play so many different 40k armies. It's hard for me to spend so much time studying them, to focus on them and play them legitimately competitively. So we've got 5 Leman Russ chassis, a Rogel Dorn, a few other things. I got 2 squads of Ogren because I love Ogren. I love my big dumb boys with their big dumb guns. Yeah, that's it. Go Broom.
Make me look like a nerd.
You've thought so much about it.
I have, because this is...
I bet you opened your codex. You're like, that's interesting.
Open my codex. It's open right here.
It is right
there. I have my codex.
Ugh.
I'm not going into that without it. No, and the gun names and stuff. I mean, I took the time to learn Transuranic Arquebus. Leave me alone, okay?
And then you refuse to use the proper names for the big robot guns. So this is a handgun, shoulder guns.
Hand cannons. They're hand cannons. No, that's homage to Mega Man. For the arm cannon, I'm going that route.
All right.
That's what I'll say. No, because I'm not messing that up and having someone correct me. No. You already got me with Transuranic Arquebus, and I learned that one.
Well, now that you learned it, I don't have to say it anymore. So.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Odd or even.
Even.
It's odd. Do you have any scouts?
I have one squad of infiltrators with Gaunt's Ghosts, and I do have a bunch of scouts.
You do have
the Scout Sentinel Scout, and then the Chimera with a
Okay, so you do have. Okay, you did have infiltrators. Okay, so you have scouts, and you have 2 scout and 2 infiltrate.
1 infiltrate and 3 scouting units.
3 scouting units. Okay, cool. I will deploy first.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back after deployment. All right, we are deployed. Lane, tell everyone what we are doing here today.
We are playing the glorious game of Warhammer 40,000. Our deployment, guess what the deployment is. It is Hammer and Anvil. We are both ready to go. Both of us on the line. Both of us supremely confident that we will not get shot off turn 1. And then our mission today is taken hold. Good old vanilla Warhammer, guys. 5 points for holding 1 objective, 10 points for holding 2, and 15 for holding 3.
Alrighty, so for deployments, yeah, like Lane said, I'm up on the line. Robots be tough. They have a toughness 10 right now. They're a toughness 9, but they're going to be in the defensive protocol until my command phase goes. So if I go second, I got T10 vehicles on the front line. They do have invulns, and I won't have any feel no pains up, so that could hurt. But we're going to hope those robots are tough enough. Because they're my army, they got to do some work. As far as the infiltrators, we just put the Sicarians here and over here with both Taraxis and Deep Strike. And then we have a couple squads of Rangers that have scout moves that are going to move up once the game begins, once we know who's going first. So yeah, let's hope that tough robots can do their thing. I got the punchy guys over here, and then we got both of the shooting robots over here. All right, Lane, what do you got?
We got tanks ready to go. Vroom. So this Chimera's got the Catechins in it, so it's going to have a scout move 6-inch. We've got, this is my tank commander. Also, all these dice are my Hunter Killer Missiles. I don't have Hunter Killer Missiles magnetized and ready to go yet, so we're using these dice as Hunter Killer Missiles today. But this is the Leman Russ tank commander with a regular Leman Russ. We've got some Ogren in a Chimera. Ogren ready to step forward. We've got some Cadians here to sticky my objective. We've got the Exterminator, Extracticator, Leman Russ. Of course, we've got the beautiful Rogel Dorn ready to go forward there as well. Got another Scout Sentinel, another regular Leman Russ, and the Hellhound.
Very nice. So, yeah, Rogel Dorn is really nice. So, Lane, do you want to go first or second in this matchup?
No, it doesn't matter, but I'll go first. That's fine. I can do a little shooting and see if it does anything.
Yeah. That's one thing is actually we will have whoever goes first will actually have a first turn because there is stuff for us to do. Probably not that much damage, but there is things for us to do. All right, let's see it. Looks like you will be going first, Lane.
All right.
So we do have a couple of scout moves. Let's get those knocked out real quick. And that didn't take too long. All right, so we did our scout move. So Lane, Scout Sentinel over here, just move forward. Since you're going first, it changes your mindset with how some of the things do. So your scout over here, just moving up to be able to tag objectives and such.
In case we get a cleanse or an area denial.
Yep. I'm not on the objective because I didn't want to give him overwhelming force for that. These Rangers just kind of moved up, just starting to get closer to the objective. Rangers do have sticky objectives, so it'd be nice to be able to get that and move away and block. Same with these guys. They didn't move because I want to stick at this objective. And then these guys just scooted up to get fresh against the wall for whatever secondaries might go. Just get that a little extra boost and get a little bit better cover from the terrain. And then you had...
Just scooted up my Chimera with Catechins and then the Scout Sentinel there as well. We were scooted.
All right. Well, all that's left to say is it's time to play the game.
For the first turn, I pulled overwhelming force and marked for death. DJ chose his engine seers, who are all lone outs by being near vehicles for marked for death. For my gamma target for marked for death, I chose these poor Rangers here because we do have the Chimera with the Catechins inside. There's 2 heavy flamers on this Chimera and the flamers inside that can shoot out of the firing deck, plus all these little shots here. So we should be able to pick that squad up. Other than that, we just moved everything forward here. We're going to shoot at these guys, these robots. I'm going to shoot at those robots. And then the Hellhound's going to put a little fire on these infiltrators here. So it's really just going to see what happens with these dice. Shooting with Imperial Guard can be very dicey with the 4-up ballistic skill.
Dicey.
It's a very dicey
things in a dice game.
So, yeah, let's see what happens. Do some shooting. So we did some shooting. Hellhound unleashed hell and killed one of these guys. Also fired his heavy bolters at these robots, so the rest of my army would be ignoring cover. Shot with the exterminator down here and then hit them, but did not do any damage. But still gave us the extra AP, and then just pounded them with this Lehman Russ, this Rogaldorn, and this Lehman Russ, and we did get them down to one robot there. In the process, as you can see, there's some wound dice out here now. We fired a bunch of hunter killers, got rid of our hunter killer dice, and added wound dice because, yes.
Castle and robots, whenever I make a 6 on a save, bounce a mortal wound back. This is my favorite 40k rule.
Yeah.
I'm glad they still have it. It's so random. It means I can bounce artillery shots over walls and back at their target. And I will be keeping track of how many shots I bounce back at Lane's army.
Yeah.
This turn was 4.
It was 4 this turn. So, and then we just shot everybody here at those robots. Functionally did nothing. Did 3 wounds to you?
Yeah. No, 2 wounds.
2 wounds. So you've got you can heal him up there.
Yep. And I actually have 2 engine seers in range of that guy as well.
And then because of Marked for Death, I chose these scouts or these rangers here as my gamma target. I shot with everything here in the Chimera and got him down to 4 guys. So I charged in, did tank shot, picked him up on the tank shot. So I managed to score 2 points there because my other one was overwhelming force and DJ was not on any objectives yet. So that's it. Just 2 points for me. Did get rid of most of one robot squad, but that's about it. We're going to see what happens to me in return here. On to DJ.
For my turn, I got Tempting Target and Established Locus. What's nice with this terrain setup, which we're going to be switching up here soon, right here is a perfect pocket within 6 inches to be able to establish Locus safely. For my turn, I do know that Lane only scored 2 points. So that thought is going through my mind of, do I really even want to go after Tempting Target, or do I just score the points? Inadvertently, just playing the game and trying to remove some of Lane's assets, I think I'm scoring Tempting Target and giving Lane a challenge card going to next turn. Because we move these robots up. We spent a command point, so in our command phase, we did a lot. First, we healed Robot. He still got 1 wound on him. We healed him, technically healed this guy, and healed this guy. Even though I had no damage on them, they still got the 5-up. Feel no pain from the engine seer. We switched their protocol over to shooting. We spent a command point on them to give them full rerolls to hit. We switched their protocol over to fighting, and we spent a command point to give them +3 to their move, +1 to their advances and charges, and they just moved 11 inches. So that's where we're kind of at with those. Dragoon's over there, ready to charge the tank. He's within 3 inches of him, so at least he's safe until Lane moves up to him. Rangers are in position to kind of move over into this objective later on in the game. We still got a good alley of damage, though, we have to watch out for. That could just pick anything up that tries to move across that zone. And the solo robot that's left, he's going to go fight with this chicken walker. Move these guys over here. We're going to try and pick on the Hellhound. Probably not going to do that much into it, but I think we can tussle with this chicken over here. All right, but first we got to do some shooting. So let's shoot. So we did start off and do a little bit of work into some of these targets. The Rogaldorn is a big, beautiful beast that's hanging out in the middle of the table. We got him down to 11. He's the toughness 12. So he's not as much the valid shooting test that I was looking for the robots, because I wanted to look more in that twin linked going into toughness 11 and lower. But I don't have much of a choice. The longer this thing sits on the table, it's just going to shred more and more of my units. So I got to try and deal with it as quick as I can. Over here, we did a bit of damage to this guy. He's down to 6, just off of all the shrapnel fire. And these guys, that arc rifle got home and did some devastating wounds for 3. And we shot at him, blinked 1 wound because we was the only thing this little guy here could shoot at. What else? Like I said, shot all the robots over here, did some damage to him, and now we're going to get ready to do some charges. So let's see what we can mess up. So we haven't done any punching yet. We just completed the charge, but something I wanted to showcase and show off some of these cute little texts that when they actually happen. So right now we did this charge. I declared my charge onto this boy right here because I didn't want to risk. I needed a 7. And I had +1, so I needed a 6, and I have no CP for a reroll. So what I did is I charged, and I actually rolled an 8. So I got +1, so I actually got a 9-inch move. These 2 models I moved first, blocking any places for these two to be able to move to and legally get into engagement range. Or, I'm sorry, be base-to-base contact.
You have to base if you can.
Correct. So since those two blocked the spots, and these two were not able to get around them to get to the front or back to base, they were able to just go 9 inches forward. Now, when we activate them, they will get to move 3 inches, which we're going to do right now. So 3 inches means he will be able to engage him, and this guy right here will be able to base him. So we'll be able to put 2 robots on the Rogaldorn and 2 robots onto this tank. Might not pick up either one of them.
Oh, excuse me, DJ. 2 robots and...
Oh, yeah, and a data smith. Can't forget the data smith. He's there too, and he's got a power fist. Watch, he's going to be the thing that finishes off the Legion of Rust. All right, now let's go punch some stuff. All right, so now after we actually did some punching, over here, Sicarians, 0. And they took no damage back in return. Rangers pluck through 1 wound. Robot, not so much. No, not even his friend could do it. So they lost 1 dude to the chainsaw. Over here, so robots, we had 2 and 2. 2 on the Dorn, 2 on the Leman Russ. The Dorn, we were able to drop it down to 2 wounds, and we picked up the Leman Russ. As you can see, that there's no Leman Russ tank there anymore. And then they failed their charge, sadly. I was hoping to get them in there because they're on full rerolls to hit, so then they would have the one guy with a fist would be like having another twin link, not a twin link fist, just a fist that could reroll hits. And the Dragoon, did he get a damage? Yeah, he got 1 through. He got 1 through for 2 damage, and then he got hurt. He got smacked back, but he saved it. So that's it for the turn. We are going to get 7. We got the tempting target, and we were able to establish a locus at center with the Sicarian in the building. That's going to be it. All right, on to lane.
So for this turn, I pulled Cleanse and Establish Locus. So Gaunt's Ghost, we're going to do Gaunt's Ghost things. And actually, no, the Scout Sentinel's going to cleanse here. Gaunt's Ghost can shoot a few shots around here, maybe do a little something there. The Catechins jumped out of their Chimera and are going to establish Locus in DJ's deployment zone. Scout Sentinel's going to cleanse. I got these Ogre in here to cleanse. We're going to try to shoot some stuff in here. I got a lot of blast weapons, so I can't shoot them in the combat. So all of our blast weapons are going to have to go into those guys.
Because Lane actually remembers when he has blast weapons that don't shoot.
Yeah, we have made that mistake more than once on this channel.
By we, he means me.
Yeah, but I didn't correct it. So it's
I'll take the fall for it.
It's a cooperative game, guys. It's cooperative. So yeah, and then I just kind of stayed still where we were there. So nothing too sneaky there. So here we go. Let's do a little shooting. The Hellhounds picked up a couple of these guys. 2 to be clear. The Scout Sentinel picked up 1 of these guys. Very important. Also of importance, all these robots are gone. There were 4 robots there. No, they're not. Yep. So had a little bit of shenanigans to do here just because a bunch of blast weapons, and these guys were in combat still because they didn't want to fall back with the Rogaldorn because DJ had full rerolls to hit with these guys.
Not them, the other ones.
The other ones, yeah, because they could have overwatched and aced my Rogaldorn because they only had 2 wounds left. So we shot all the blast weapons at these guys. I put some of the multi-meltas from Leman Russes here because Leman Russes got full rerolls to hit because the robots controlled the objective back when there were more of them. So we did pick up this squad. The Data Smith's still there, and picked up 2 of these guys just with multi-meltas pounding away. Full rerolls, even though we were, and with the orders to hit, they're still hitting on 4s with full rerolls. It's very effective to get through, and DJ just couldn't make enough of his 5-up invuln. So killed a couple robots.
Bounced 2 wounds back this turn.
Yeah, I was worried because the Rogaldorn might have died.
It actually would have been a benefit for you.
Because the rest, everything else could have shot the guys in the middle without any penalty. So it's fine. That's what happened. So we scraped like 2 wounds off this guy from the Chimera. So.
Oh, no, one. He's 3 wounded.
Oh, yeah, right. Down. So that's it. The DJ did bounce back 2 mortal wounds, 1 here and 1 here. So the robot bounce back is still in effect. That's it for that. We got a little bit of fighting to do, and then it'll be DJ's turn. So in combat, the Rogaldorn with 1 wound left did die. Not surprisingly, the robots punch pretty good with twin-linked strength 12 power fists. He did explode on a big old D6. So, ouch. I took wounds over here. This one took 5. This one took 4. I think this one only took 2. My Ogren took 2. DJ took 4 here.
Yeah.
but he's going to heal some there. So boom. And then DJ killed my Scout Sentinel, and he also exploded. He's only deadly demise 1. But he did a few dinks to a few people around him.
Finished off this guy, killed one of them, and then he feel no pain it away. He's going to lose that feel no pain now, but...
Yeah, so with explosions today, guys, that's it. So I score 6 points. I was trying to cleanse with these guys, but I never controlled this. I didn't control this by the end because he's got 7 on there. I've got 7 on there. So it is contested. Other than that, these guys did do the business here. They did establish a locus. So I got 6. 6 is what I scored for 1 cleanse and that. So on to DJ's turn.
Bringing it down, and storm hostile objective is this turn. There's only 1 objective. Well, Lane's holding 2. We've got over here where the Gaunt's Ghost and the Sentinel. And then this one back here. I decided to bring the Taraxi in, and I could have brought 1 squad over here to try to pick up some of the Gaunt's Ghosts to make it the Dragoon, possibly be able to pick them up and take them down. I don't feel like the numbers were in my favor as much for that over there, because now we're basing the Dragoon's got to really still got to do some heavy lifting because he's got to deal with the Sentinel being there. And then we have to also charge an Engine Seer, and they fight first. So we brought both Taraxis down over here. We're going to try and stick a 9-inch charge onto these guys and see if we can't pick them up. Taraxis have a decent number of attacks. We are in the Assault Doctrina, so maybe we can pick these guys up. In other news, over here, we moved up. The robot is we're going to probably throw a lot of shots into this thing. And then the robot's going to charge off into him and try and take him down. I spent 1 command point to give him full rerolls to hit. And since he's below 50% because his squad's gone, he'll also get full rerolls to wound. So he'll be getting twin linked on his fist and his gun as if he had just twin linked. Over here, these guys, I consolidated after killing the Dorn to just be within 3. So when we go to fight, we're going to tag the Bullgrin and be able to punch them before they can punch us. And
no, the Bullgrin will punch first.
No, because you won't be in combat until I pile in to...
But you'll pile in. Yes, you're right.
Ha ha.
Never mind.
So, and then we got an Engine Seer. This is an angry Engine Seer because the vehicle got blown up by him. So he's going to charge in, and he's going to try and help us take out the Lehman Russ. Infiltrators haven't decided yet. They might just charge. I could leave them there just to block movement for Lane's next turn. I'm not really concerned too much about the movement. It's about the shooting, so I might just charge in to give negative modifiers to this guy because I'm not going to really be able to do much else to him. And then these Rangers moved up to try and shoot at these Guardsmen. We're going infantry versus infantry, and we'll see how that battle shakes out. So, and then as I mentioned, Dragoon's going to charge over here. All right, we got some shooting to do. So Lane's army has been throwing a temper tantrum and just exploding every time I touch it with anything.
So many explosions.
So we shot over here and we blew up the Hellhound. For those who don't know, Hellhound has big gas tanks on it. So it explodes D6. Our robot's down to 1 wound. I still rolled a 6. I rolled a 6 for the explosion, but then, yeah, it's D6 deadly demise. Robot's down to 1 wound. Infiltrator destroyed. And we're down to 1 dude here. I kept the arc rifle since he's been a legend, dishing out mortal wounds left, right, and center. These robots shot, no damage. These pistols shot. We got 1 through, did 1 damage. And then these guys shot. They picked up 1 guy and left a wound behind. Mm-hmm. And then the Rangers, we shot the plasma gun as well as the arc rifle into the Chimera. It's down to 4 wounds, so decent amount of damage we're doing there. And then we picked up 3 of them with the Ranger rifles. I see a flamer there, so it's going to be painful, but, good old infantry on infantry action over there. Now it's time to charge. Got a bunch of fighting to do, and we'll see if we can't do a little bit better in the fight phase and pick up some of these vehicles. All right, so we did some fighting. Over here, guess what happened?
First of all, at the end of the charge phase, when DJ charged these guys in, I heroiced. And I rolled a 12, so I was able to go around with my Ogrin to prevent them from getting piled into the robot here. And
instead, the robot just piled into him and punched him for 3 damage. Was able to get 3 through. He had a lot of wounds, but Lane spiked the saves, and he didn't take a lot of damage there. And then over here, guess what happened, guys? The tank blew up.
There was another explosion.
Yes, and so I lost my robot. He took 1 damage, but I lost that robot. So all that's left there is the Data Smith. Then, like I said, over here, we were able to finish off this Lehman Russ. That was the robots that did it. Nothing from these guys. And then robot did a little bit of damage over here. And then the Dragoon, he picked up a couple, but not enough to take it. So we weren't able to do, we didn't storm over there. And so close. They are OC2. There's 3 guys left. Lane has 6. I have 1. So close to storming a hostile, but we did not. So I will pitch Storm Hostile for a CP. I want to get back on that side of the command points going into this because I may need to Overwatch this turn. And yeah, we'll pitch that and we'll go along since it still keeps us in the lead. And all right, let's see how our turn goes. Kick it over to Lane.
So I pulled Secure No Man's Land and Area Denial. DJ has 5 units in here for Area Denial, but I'm going to try to get them here. So the guardsmen that were in combat with these guys fell back because I want to shoot them, and they did get overwatched predictably. The Chimera came up here, is going to shoot them. He is also in range to shoot them if need be. And then we... yeah, these guys fell back. They were battle shocked, but they survived. They're fine. Chimera is moving towards DJ's deployment zone objective. We fell back here with Gaunt's Ghost who passed their battle shock. So we're just going to do some blasting. We're just going to do some blasting, see what happens. So that turn did not go super great. Area Denial, as you can see, failed. I just failed to do much in shooting, and that enhancement lets DJ blanket a failed save is pretty good. So it kept the robot alive. The Ogryn just kind of whiffed on their shooting a little bit. You did pick up one of these guys here. These guys failed to make a charge over here. I rolled a 2, and I don't have any CP, so I didn't make that there. Over here, we did charge in and finish off with the Lehman and Rustman. Yeah. Finish off in combat. Guy who had 2 wounds left.
Data Smith, yeah.
We got this squad over here down to 1 guy. So I control that objective. And yeah, just I got this guy down to 3 wounds from some shooting from the battle cannons. Just not enough to really finish him off. So I only scored 2 points on secondaries for Baby Secure. Area Denial obviously failed. It was a big risk trying to do that, but it would have been cool if we did. On to DJ's turn.
All right, so for my turn, we're looking at Defend Stronghold and Cleanse. Considering I started leaving my home field objective, it was kind of bad. So for the entire turn, I moved, I shot with the Rangers, and then charged. No damage at all. Arc Rifle failed over there. For Cleanse, I could have cleansed with this dude who was Brave Boy and passed his Battle Shock, but I wanted to be a Brave Boy and shoot at the tank and have a little fun with it, him having 6 wounds left, try and get magical. He failed. Instead, I moved these Taraxi up over here, and they cleansed this objective, the home field one, and took it away from Lane for scoring purposes. So that's a good thing. And then over here, Robot did take him down to 3, so he's beaten up pretty bad. And then we piled in. He finished off the Securian in combat, and then I was able to tag his pile in to get on the objective and take out the guy that had 1 wound left. So there's just 1 ogre in here. This is still a full 3-man squad. This tank's on this robot's on a feel no pain, and this tank's down to 3 wounds. So it's a fight. It's still going to be a fight over here. And then here I tried to get crafty with it. I tank shocked with the Dragoon and was able to hit and take out the last dude, leaving just the character alive. And then we fought and we did a little bit of damage. We got him down to 3 wounds, not enough to blow him up. So Lane still controls that objective unless he fails a battle shock. So my plan for this turn is just to try to really smolder Lane's primary was the goal, and we'll see how that works out. All right, over to the guard.
So we're just kind of going through everything here. So I was the challenger. My challenger card, I'm doing the scoring. I just had to kill a unit and get 3 points. Kind of ridiculous. And then I also had display of might and extend battle lines. I failed to extend battle lines here because I couldn't control my home field objective. I shot 2 of these guys away and charged and didn't kill any, so they just couldn't do anything. I failed a lot of battle shock, so most of my army is battle shocked. He is still battle shocked, and both of these guys are battle shocked. He is battle shocked. These guys are battle shocked. Can't roll it. So end result here, just couldn't do very much damage and shooting because the Dragoon is still alive. I put a lot into him, just couldn't buy a shot. DJ did CP reroll, failed save into a success. So, and then the robot punched my Lehman Russ here and blasted him. He, of course, did explode. Is this the 5th explosion this
I
game?
have no idea.
It's 4th or 5th.
Crazy.
It's insane. He did blow up. Didn't do a whole lot of damage. But yeah, that's where we ended up there. So on to DJ's turn.
All right, this turn we were going into extend battle lines and what was that other one? Behind enemy lines. So we kind of been moving this forward because it's really, there's only a couple of things left that can actually even do anything. So it's like they do their thing and that's it. Either they shoot, they fight, and units get picked up. So for this, over here, he was in combat. He got picked up by the tank. The tank fought him in combat and destroyed him. But because we sticky this objective and the unit's battle shock, we will still get extend battle lines. And if we didn't, these guys were safe. They charged. They finished off the Ogrins. Very nice, very easy. Over here, we're getting whittled down in combat. We're down to 1 dude left. And then over here, we charged in. We picked up the Sentinel and failed to finish off Gaunt's Ghost, but we did take the objective at least, even if Lane passed the battle shock. Back here, we failed our battle shock, so we weren't able to do behind enemy lines, and we did take a single damage that I got to put on that guy. So that's it for my turn. We got a big 15 to start off on that primary. We'll see what Lane does with what he's got left.
For this last turn, I kept extend battle lines. I pulled no prisoners. I did pull the Challenger where I have to attack 1 unit with 2 different of my units. So I did spend a CP for him to fall back and shoot. So he shot at these Taraxi, and he shot at these Taraxi as well to finish them off and score me the 3 points there. We did extend battle line because he passed his battle shock like such a good boy. And then no prisoners. We killed the Taraxi. We finished off the robots and the character there to give us the 5 points there. We tried to kill this guy here, but couldn't do it. Rolled 1 shot with a flamer, and then just couldn't do it in combat either. He couldn't do anything back to me, but that was fun. And then this guy finished off Ibrahim Gaunt from Gaunt's Ghost. So I did get no prisoners for 5 because I killed 3 units and extend for 4 and 3 points on the Challenger card on the DJ.
All right, for the last turn, if you notice, I don't really have anything left. I have 1 sole little ranger.
No. We have combat to resolve here.
Okay, you know what? He passes battle shock. He falls back. You're not allowed to kill him.
Okay.
That's it. I'm getting 1 model. I have 1 model left alive. That's it. So what I did, I had area denial and secure no man's land. So I took the Dragoon, spent a command point to give him +3 move, +1 advance, advanced him, moved him up to the center, and Lane overwatched with this guy, and he picked him up. He got 1 autocannon through, which was 3 damage, and it took him out, so that stopped me from securing no man's land for 2 points and area denying for 5, so shut 7 down there. Also gave me a 0 on primary, so that 1 CP cost me 12 points, but it wasn't enough to stop the AdMech with a final score with 0 Challenger cards. AdMech 73 to an Imperial Guard 69. Very, very wild game. Bounce back wounds weren't going too crazy. Only got 6 of those. I was hoping for a little bit more, but we only got 6 on the bounce back, and Lane's, I mean, it was brutal. It was brutal. All right, guys, follow us over the post game, and we'll talk to you there. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.